very strong hand, somebody strong. If Modi is strong, then the health minister has to be stronger if you want to change the
Oh,
health system.
okay, let me ask Kiran a very vital question. Since you come from the communication and PR industry, you saw a very fine distinction between a client and a patient. You call your, the customers as clients. Dr. Khanna wishes to call them as patients. So, what is that change that you're seeing between the patients and the clients?
I simply loved that he said that we should treat patients as patients and not as client. Awesome. Yes, we should follow that for sure. For us, we look at it as clients because we are not in the field.
Very true, yeah.
But if I come to you, I would want to be treated like a patient. And if the doctors start thinking like this, what you said, sir, that would I do that on my son? Would I do that on my daughter? That would really create a very big difference. So yes, I think.
What is your perspective on from the outside world, some coming from a communication field, having years of experience? How are you seeing? Because I had a conversation. You're telling that skincare innovation is happening. What is the trend that you're seeing from outside?
Change the communication. I see ads, skin whitening in 6 days. Even I get excited sometimes.
If they don't give ads, how will they reach out to people?
Right?
No, there is a fundamental thing.
So, no, many ads, lunch lipo. It really excites even a person like me, you know. So that communication, if it goes in the right manner, because they want to attract clients and not patients.
Like Man Ki Baat from Prime Minister Modi, right? It's a very good initiative, yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So what happens is, if the real patients who need it would go then to the doctors, like people as like me don't need a liposuction, but even I think of it sometimes, lunch lipo. Okay, great. So that communication needs to be changed so that we can think as ourselves as patients and then go to the doctor, then just thinking as, okay, let's get a surgery done, it'll be all fine. We should know the seriousness of the surgeries, the seriousness of the treatments, accept it, and then do it. So that communication is very important where the advertising is concerned.
All right, coming from the communication perspective, someone who understands plastic surgery a lot, and as a renowned hair transplant surgeon, if I could ask you, what are the factors that drive this industry to be a global player? India as a destination hub for the global player in cosmetic dermatology.
Okay, of course, talking not only from cosmetic dermatology, but even from cosmetic surgery point of view, India, because of the sheer volumes that we have, the whole world looks up to us. The number of patients that individually all of us treat or jointly together as an association, it's very rare to have this kind of numbers anywhere in the globe. The quality of Indian doctors is always considered superior in the global standards today. As we know, more than 30% doctors in UK or in USA are of Indian origin, and their qualification have been done in India. A lot of doctors from outside want to come and practice in India at least to learn things because of the sheer volumes. For example, when I did my MS from Tata Hospital, we used to perform at least 20 surgeries a day. When I did my plastic surgery super speciality from JJ Hospital, we used to perform close to 30, 40 surgeries a day. Where can you get this kind of exposure? And with the growing trends, with globalization, with of course media shrinking the world down,
Is India the factor? Is India the next destination hub?
India is actually is the current as well as the future destination hub. The only problem is we don't have good infrastructure. The government does not take this up seriously. And today, that's why you see Thailand and Bali doing more medical tourism than India. Because in Thailand, the government itself gets involved in making policies and infrastructure for medical tourism, which we don't see in India, which we lack in India.
Right. So that's a very good point which Viral has made on this. If I could ask you, Sumita, on a very fundamental question, that too also the study which is done by pharma leaders. We have conducted a research study. It will be very interesting for you to know about this actually. The trend of the cosmetic dermatology industry is changing, particularly in the tier 1 and tier 2 cities. The purchasing capacity of the clients or the customers, that's a very thin line, but that is increasing heavily actually. With the result, a particular person with the age group between 20 to 40, they are willing to spend more than 20,000 rupees per month I'm talking about per month, not per annum. This I'm talking about HNIs. Those who form into that category, they're willing to spend on that money. Do you think this trend is going to continue and the more and more people will be coming into this and they will be taking your service? And if they take your service, do you think, are you capable enough to handle them?
At the outset, Satya, I would really like to say that you are doing a wonderful job, and I don't think anywhere, any other group like this would give opportunity to doctors like us to come on a platform and speak about, our specialty or any specialty. I mean, you got endocrinologists, you got cosmetic surgeons, and I'm sure tomorrow you're going to get many more of us, and it's a really great job because it makes more than us, our parents proud of us, because we see only business people and politicians receiving awards and,
Yes.
coming across on a platform where our entity is, brought out. We
Right.
see negative publicity by even film stars for doctors, and you're making it reverse. I think that's a really great job you're doing. And for me,
The question which I asked
yeah,
you,
yes, I'm coming to that. From me, I am practicing in Guntur, which is going to be the next capital. I mean, it's already
Very
a
close by to
capital.
Amravati, yes.
Amravati, yes. I've started my practice in 2001 there, and in 2001 itself, I've done breast implants and various other cosmetic surgery procedures. In fact, just a week ago, I have treated a patient.
you had conducted a breast awareness campaign, cancer actually. Yes.
Correct. I do breast awareness program also because I'm more into breast surgeries and cosmetic surgeries in the remotest area, which is supposed to be a remotest area and compared to north, south is supposed to be less aware of cosmetic surgery procedures. But like your question, I've come across a patient who's willing to spend lakhs just for a small scar on his face. I mean, he's flown with today from Guntur itself, Vijayawada, Guntur to Mumbai to, because he has a capacity to spend that much of money. He's come all the way. He's not only spent for himself, but he has an accompanying person because he cannot speak Hindi here. So he spent on himself, his accompanying person, and he doesn't know where to go here, but he's come. So I don't think money matters. It's,
Okay,
how you look at it, how much eager you are to get yourself transformed or how much eager you are to, and because of globalization, because of internet, because of, accessibility to communications and a lot of it's a tech world right now. So everyone wants to be there and everyone wants to be known. So they go to any extent to do it. I don't think money is a driving factor here at all. And even for your the other question to Dr. Viral, I think more than anything else, it's a money which is driving factor for medical tourism also, because we sell a lot of our stuff at much lesser cost. I mean, I've had patients who have come from USA. She still sends me the picture of her son who is grown up from the time when I've seen her. And she keeps saying that, I wish you could practice here, I wish you could practice here. Because
Right, that's a point made, but here I'm not taking any sides, nor I am going to part with any discussions that gives any particular perspective, but I'm of the opinion that this is the profession which is emerging very fast. Whether you like it or not, this is going to be the next profession in India which will drive in healthcare innovations, and this is moving very fast. And let me clear the confusion of KK, which the pronunciation to Nilu, which I call it, is wrong. She is Dr. Nilyani, in fact, Dr. G. Nilyani, one of the top cosmetic dermatologists in Hyderabad, one of very 2-3 cosmetic dermatologists there. She runs a clinic of blue skin and cosmetology. If I could ask you on this blue skin and cosmetology, in my conversation with you, you have told me that you have created a very fantastic infrastructure to cater to your growing demands of the clients or the customers. And what do you have to say? That is the present infrastructure sufficient enough to cater to them, number one? And number two, that are you getting also the clients or customers from abroad in your facility to give them that treatment? If they are coming also, are they happy with you?
Satya, first of all, we all should thank you for bringing us all in one platform.
Thank you, yes.
to,
You've been my good
uh,
friend, okay, yes. Yeah.
We're all good friends.
Yes, yeah. We all are friends, yes.
Yeah. Right. So to answer your first question, is the infrastructure catering to the present clientele or something, right? That's what you asked.
Yes.
Right. The infrastructure as per se or per blue? Like,
No, I'm asking about the infrastructure when it comes to
cosmetic
lasers.
dermat-
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
Infrastructure in India, in South, in Hyderabad, and I have friends all over in Mumbai and everywhere. Infrastructure is definitely supporting. In fact, I mean, we travel all around, so we have seen fantastic infrastructures in India rather than other countries like underdeveloped countries. We still come under third world countries. So if you compare to any other third world country, we
No,
definitely.
sorry to interrupt you, because why I'm asking this particular question, because I remember you had gone to Switzerland, you had gone to London, you had gone to New York and other areas. You have seen a huge difference of their infrastructure here in Indian condition. That is the
right.
question which I'm asking, that are you able to cater to that need?
There is definitely a humongous difference between the Western world and the Eastern world. There's no debate about it. But what I was trying to make a point across here is that when you compare to any other SAARC countries, definitely we have a fantastic infrastructure, no debate about it. In Hyderabad, be it in Hyderabad, be it in Mumbai or Delhi, I've seen fantastic infrastructures which actually supports or caters to the clientele that come in, right from the lasers. All like Viral was very, he was emphasizing about FDA approvals and all. Infrastructure, when I say just not the building, infrastructure for us includes everything, US FDA approved treatment and everything, right? So infrastructure is definitely there in India, no doubt about it. And it is definitely supporting the clientele and their requirements per se. It's just a fancy thing for most of the Indians. I have to say, no offenses anywhere, I'm not offending anyone, but it's a fancy thing just to fly off to some other country and get it done when everything is right available over here. I mean, we have fantastic doctors right now sitting all across, so that's that.
Anyway,
Infrastructure
that's a
supports.
very good proposition that India is coming out in infrastructure. If I could ask you, Dr. Khanna, someone who is well experienced in this field, is cosmetic surgery a necessity or a luxury?
I'm sure you heard my talk. You see, cosmetic surgery actually is a very, very
Because you're sitting with
wrongly-
some beautiful ladies over here who are cosmetic dermalogists and
They have not had any cosmetic surgery, I can swear by that. Anyway, actually, it's a very big misconception that cosmetic surgery is only done by rich, affluent people. It's absolutely wrong.
So
I
it's a
think
necessity.
Viral has been having
it's
a
a
lot of experience.
necessity.
70% of clients, 70% or more, are middle class people. They are not even well middle class people, they would be middle class people, lower middle class people. You see, examples I gave, like a boy having a gynecomastia, he can't go to school. He's ridiculed. A girl with a flat nose finds it difficult, people will call her names. A boy of 22 who's bald, they call him grandfather. A woman who's married doesn't have hair, the Saas and the Mia and everybody is after their life. So these things, a girl who's married with a very small breast comes back after 1 month, she's not happy because the husband has sent her away. This is definitely a necessity. It is psychiatric surgery, as I said, but essential in many situations. Yes, if some heroine wants to have a lip job
Yes.
or something else, that is vanity or that's again professionalism, I don't want to say that. But 70% is middle class essential surgery. It is not for vanity all the time. It is a misconcept. And we see people even who have sold land to get their son to get a surgery, for which is something which he is very upset about, they won't go to school or something, etc. So
Right.
it is not at all totally for vanity.
That makes it as a necessity, it's not a luxury.
So it's a combination of both, if I could understand. Let me go back, let me go back to Dr. Viral Desai, if I could ask you that, as you know, we have been discussing on this topic about the evolutions and how we are going forward for this. What is the future trends that you're seeing? And the next question would be, how do you curb the quacks who are coming into the profession and trying to create noise, and that they can do that and they can do other things also? But first, the question about the evolution of the growth of the industry.
Well, as we know, globally, cosmetic industry is probably the fastest growing industry. At one point, it used to be cardiac surgery or cardiology, but by far orthopedics at one point.
Yes.
But today, globally, it's established that dermatology and cosmetic surgery, and especially cosmetic dermatology, are the fastest growing industries. So we are no way